Well, we've had a bit of an up and down start to the season. From match to match, we seem to go from one extreme to another. But today, we have a competitive derby in the National League, and we might see the first appearance of Kabongo Shimanga. Hey guys, and welcome to episode 4 of One Team, One Dream, Into the Woods. My name is James, and on today's episode, we face in a competitive derby against Bromley at home at Meadow Park, followed by the FA Cup first round proper as we face Chesterfield. Since you were last with me, we've only played 2 matches since the last episode. We managed to lose 5-2 away at Stockport, but then we beat Wealdstone 3-1 at home. This was not a convincing match. We had a very poor first half. We had a few words at half time, and they definitely turned it around for that second half. Since they lost to Chesterfield away in the 5th match of the season, we've not really looked ourselves. Nothing like we did in the previous 3 matches. But we do get an opportunity today to get some revenge against Chester and hopefully book ourselves a spot in the second round of the FA Cup. Other than that, there's been no other news, obviously with only 2 matches having been played, so I think we can crack on straight with the first match, which is going to be a derby against Bromley. Now, if we go on to the club info, we've got 4 different rivals. We've got St Albans, who are down in the National League South, so we're unlikely to face them unless we face them in the FA Trophy, or if they still happen to be in the FA Cup. We have Barnet, Sutton and Bromley, who all 3 of which are in the National League, and all 3 of which we will face both home and away this season, so expect to see most of those on an episode. And this is the team who are facing Bromley in the first of today's matches. We have Huddard in goal, a back 4, Francis Angel, Tricker, who comes in for his first appearance, swapping in for Champion, who's dropped down to the bench as a bit of a rest. Fifield and Smith make up the back 4. McDonnell and Ricketts in central midfield. Watson and Whiteley are the 2 wingers, with Colehurst and McKinnon both up front, both who are playing very well at the moment, and Colehurst is currently on 11 goals for the season. However, we do have Kabongo Shimanga is on the bench, back from his injury, and he will almost certainly be coming on at some point today. Unless McKinnon puts in a 5-star appearance, I will be bringing him off at some point to bring on Kabongo Shimanga. So we're going to this with a balanced mentality. I want to feel out the match and see how things go. I've switched to balanced mentality in the last couple of matches, especially for how extreme some of our performances have been. I really want to see how the match is going to unfold first, a little bit before we start making a decision on whether we go slightly more defensive or whether we start to push forward. And we have a highlight just only 3 minutes on the clock. Cousins for Bromley with the ball, with the goal kick. Who sit forward? Tricker loses the ball to Alabi, but he tries to take a shot, but it's a very tight angle. And luckily Ashmore manages to make the save. It's not Ashmore, it's Huddard. Huddard manages to make the save. Another highlight on 31 minutes. We have a throw-in in Bromley's half, but McKinnon manages to lose the ball, but luckily Fifield wins the ball back. Now to Ricketts. To Fifield. Can we find a little bit of space? The ball through, unfortunately, doesn't go to anybody, but McDonald managed to win the ball back. Now to Watson. He has a man on the overlap, but instead he goes into the box to Colehurst, who heads it, guides it, shall I say, into the bottom corner. Didn't need to put any power on that at all. The power all came from the cross from Watson. McDonald with the ball, slots it through to Watson. The man on the overlap, he had to think about it, but instead he chipped it into the centre, and Colehurst just guided it into the bottom corner to make it Boreham 1, Bromley 0. 36 minutes on the clock. Cousins with another goal kick. Fifield wins the ball back. Unfortunately, his header forward only finds a Bromley defender. Bromley now looking to bring the ball forward with Trotter. Manages to go past his man, but Ricketts keeps an eye on him, manages to win the ball back. The ball's chipped forward to Colehurst. Looking for his second. Now to Whiteley. Whiteley in the penalty area. Takes a shot. Brilliant goal by Whiteley. He had a couple of men in the centre, but went himself. Saw the position of the goalkeeper and slotted it past him into the far corner. What a start this is after 36 minutes. Colehurst this time being creator instead of goal scorer. Whiteley comes into the penalty area, off of the wing, sees the keeper at his near post and slots it into the opposite side. McDonnell with a free kick on 38 minutes. Chip to the back post. Whiteley almost gets his second of the game. I'm not sure if he hit the goalkeeper saved that or he hit the post. But unfortunately he is denied his second goal. Well, that is a brilliant first half. I mean, it took till about halfway through the first half for us to get going. But once that first goal went in, we started to dominate that half. I'm going to pump fists. You've played well, but there's still room for improvement. I think that I agree with my assistant manager there. I think that's the best thing to say to them going into the second half. Don't do anything silly. We are doing well. But we definitely can be doing better, especially against a team that is I think they're rocking near the bottom of the table, aren't they? Bromley are in 19th, so just outside the relegation zone. So definitely a team we should be beating based on our recent performances. And it's waited till 67 minutes for us to get a highlight, but we managed to clear the ball as far as Colehurst. Colehurst looks to go past one man, goes past a second man, goes in the penalty area, takes a shot. Unfortunately, it's at the goalkeeper's near post, and the goalkeeper is able to smother it and push it out for a corner. Another opportunity here to score. McDonald with the corner, whipped into the centre, looking for Whiteley. Unfortunately, Whiteley can't get to it. It's cleared by Bromley defender, but only as far as Trickler. But that ends the highlight. Right, almost 75 minutes on the clock. Let's make some substitutions. Right, McKinnon hasn't had the best of games, so here we go. Kabongo Shimanga. I am going to switch Colehurst to being a deep lying forward. He is playing very well at the moment. But I'll push him forward a little bit further. But Shimanga plays best as an advanced forward, so I want to play him in his best position. Who else do we take off? Is there anybody else in particular? I mean, Kane Smith's had a booking and he's looking tired. Take him off, bring on Reece Brown for I think possibly is this his first appearance as well? It is going to be his first appearance of the season as well. So that's two debuts for this match. I think we'll leave the third substitution for a little bit later on, just depending on how the second half goes. And Brown, with his first touch as a throw-in to Colehurst, whipped into the centre to Shimanga. His first touch scores his first goal of the season. I mean, he's only done one thing so far in this match, but I'm still so excited about having Colehurst and Shimanga as the front two. McKinnon's done very well to fill in for him. But brilliant cross into the centre. Shimanga using his strength to get away from the defenders, knocks it into the bottom corner and makes it we now 3-0 up against our rivals. 83 minutes on the clock. Brown with another throw in to Colehurst. To Ricketts. Puts another cross into the centre. This time looking for Watson. Unfortunately the ball is cleared. Cheek now has the ball for Bromley. Tries to put it forward. But then he goes as far as Francis Angol. Chip forward to Shimanga. Can he get his second? He had power behind the shot. Unfortunately, it goes wide of the post. But definitely looking threatening yet again. Bromley with a free kick. Can they get a consolation goal? Bingham with the shot. Huddard manages to save it. Unfortunately, can't hold on to it. That's a shame. But Alabi gets his first goal of the season on the rebound. Bingham with a shot round the wall. Huddard, disappointing the fact he couldn't hold on to it. And Alabi takes advantage of that and gets what surely can only be a consolation goal for Bromley at this point. We have another throw-in with Brown. Unfortunately, he can't find a Boreham Wood player this time, but we do manage to win the ball back. Ricketts and McDonald with a 1-2. Back out to Brown. Now to Whiteley. Whiteley loses the ball yet again. That's twice now that Whiteley has lost the ball in the space of a couple of minutes. Alabi now with the ball coming forward. Scorer of the first goal. Whips into the centre. Fifield misses the header there. Luckily, the Bromley player there kicked the ball straight at Huddard. But we now bring the ball forward again with Watson. Francis Angol. Fortunately, can't beat the first man. But we still have the ball. Now with Watson again. To Shimanga. To Colehurst. Colehurst, I know what he was doing there, decided to fire it at the defender. Whiteley, though, is free in the box. Takes a shot on... he's offside. So, unfortunately, it's not our fourth of the match. It stays 3-1. Colehurst with the weird shot deflection thing. McDonald's Ricketts with the chip. Unfortunately, he's just offside. I think both him and Shimanga were both offside. And I think that's likely to be it now. The time is expiring. But Bromley have the final highlight here. Whiteley, I'm not sure if that... I think that was Whiteley with the header there. I'm not sure if the graphic didn't show it, but it looked like it almost would have been a terrible own goal to score. I mean, it wouldn't have made a difference to the result, but still probably would have been devastating to score from that so late on. But another great performance, another 3-1 for us in back-to-back matches. And he's only been on the field 15 minutes, but Shimanga scored and managed a 7.3. His first match of the season. First match of the series, even. I think outstretched arms. You got very pleased with the performance, and well done. I think that's absolutely fantastic. Hopefully that's the start of us trying to build a little bit of form. And that does boost us to second in the table. We are now we're 2 points from 8, so there's still not a lot of points in it. But we are putting ourselves in a decent position just behind local rivals Barnet as well. That's going to be, if we manage to stay in this area, that's going to be a fantastic derby when it does come around. I'll definitely look at the schedule to see where that comes in, because we 100% want that on an episode. So I'm going to jump forward to Sunday to the first round of the FA Cup for our rematch against Chesterfield. James from the future here, not only a different recording session, but also a completely different day. This, I honestly thought at one point this episode would never actually come out, because as you can probably see, we've already played the FA Cup first round and have bowed out quite weakly to Chesterfield 2-1, who absolutely dominated us in this match. We didn't even put up a fight, and we just gave up, and the ratings in the team kind of signify that as well. Not only did I attempt to record this and did commentate across the entire match, I forgot to press record. So OBS didn't capture any of it, which means I spent about 10 minutes talking to myself. Not only that, I then attempted to re-record. I thought, you know what, I'll record the next match, give you guys some extra on the episode, so it's not just the one match. I did in fact record that match, and I did remember to press record. And what a match it was. It was 5-0 against Eastleigh away. A fantastic match. We played really well. Colehurst got a hat-trick and put in a man-of-the-match performance. However, my microphone wasn't picking up my audio. And so I sound like I'm talking from the end of a very, very, very long tunnel. So I thought I'll show you the goals of the Eastleigh match. I'll then do the outro for what is probably the third time, I think, this time round. And then I will put this episode into the books and just move on to the next episode, and hope I learn from this, and hope that these technical issues don't come up too often, because this is the second time in a matter of weeks that I've had issues with forgetting to press record. Obviously the microphone is I couldn't do anything about, but I probably should have been checking levels when I was talking anyway. I blame the fact that I spent the first half of the episode not wearing a headset. I'm going to blame the headset for all of this, if I'm honest. It's caused me nothing but trouble not wearing it. So here we are, goals only. So this was the first goal. Thomas with the ball, brought it inside, as he has done so many times. Whiteley, Smith and Colehurst. You could have put that goal into so many matches so far this season. Thomas coming in from the far side. This time, this goal was McKinnon to Whiteley. This was a replica of, I think I remember saying replica of the Bromley goal. But this time it was McKinnon to Whiteley rather than Colehurst. And Whiteley getting our second. McDonald with a big ball through. Colehurst again. McKinnon and Colehurst involved yet again in yet another goal. This one instead was Ricketts to Smith. Smith across back to Ricketts to McDonald. This time scorer instead of creator. He puts it in for I think his third goal of the season, I believe it was. Thomas yet again involved. Brilliant ball through to Colehurst. Colehurst finishes off his hat-trick in the second half. And that was that. 5-0. Absolutely fantastic result. Far more disappointed that you guys missed that than you missed them missing the 2-1 Chesterfield FA Cup match. But with back-to-back wins in the league, puts us second in the table, 1 point behind rivals Barnet. We have a far superior goal difference, and that is when we are going to come back next. We'll do do a couple of matches offline, and then we'll do Altrincham and Barnet matches, with the Barnet matches being away but on television, which will be really, really good. So that will be on the next episode, and hopefully with far less technical issues. So making this episode has made me absolutely miserable, but if you have enjoyed this video, please give it a like, subscribe to the channel, and don't forget to hit the bell icon to be notified of that next episode and all future FM21 videos. And thank you very much for watching.